Hey everybody, welcome to the Evening Reader. My name is Priscilla. How's everybody doing? Look at me, I'm all happy because it's Tuesday and I'm doing a tag video. Yay, me! Yeah, we couldn't really get Tag Wednesday working. I don't know. Although maybe I should have waited till Wednesday to find out if actually maybe it was gonna pull through. Well, anyway, who knows? I'm filming this on Tuesday, but that doesn't mean that it'll actually go up on Tuesday. So it's always a possibility. All right. So I was tagged by Jess at Stalking Kafka to do the judging books by their covers tag. And if you don't know Jess or her channel, or you didn't catch her video, I will link it down below. You should definitely check her out. Her video was a lot of fun and very inspiring. So I'm hoping that I can actually measure up. I will do my best. I will do my best. Um, it was tough. It was kind of tough, and also made me realize that I may not be paying quite enough attention to the the versions of books that I buy because yeah, I have a lot of just like run of the mill books on my shelf. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how spectacular this is actually going to be. And sorry about the glare, but I don't want to block the light so, so that you can see the covers really well. So let's just get started. The first prompt is best colors. Best colors on a book. And I have, of course, I have to have multiples of everything. But this first one, I love the colors on this. This is The Animators by Kayla Ray Whitaker. This came out, I think, in 2016 or 2017. And this is, for those of you who don't know, this is supposed to be like the old test pattern that came on TV after TV went off the air for the night. If you're like, what? TV went where? Yeah. There was a time, boys and girls, when we only had 5 channels and they went off after a certain time of night. And when they went off, sometimes they had this test pattern. But this is probably one of my favorite books of all time, one of my favorite novels of all time. And this is a debut novel. I know I'm talking about the book now and not about the cover, but I like the cover because it's very well connected to the story, which is about 2 women who are best friends and also partners in creating animated films. And both of them grew up watching cartoons and watching a lot of television and staying up late and sort of and lonely kids who stayed up late watching TV and saw that test pattern. So that has a lot of meaning. I also really love this is the question that's coming up, but I love the typography on this also, which is actually the next question. So this could actually go in for both the colors and for the typography, because I love that sort of like the old Looney Tunes writing from the old Warner Brothers cartoons, if you've ever seen that. But this is a fantastic book. I may do another video just on this book at another time, just because I could talk about it endlessly. I think I've probably read it 8 or 9 times already, and I will no doubt read it again many times. It's funny and just wonderful, and it's especially good because it shows people working, like actually doing creative work, which is very cool. All right, enough. This is not a book. This is move on. Okay. But my 2 runners up for colors, which are also gorgeous, which is this book, Everything Under by Daisy Johnson, which I actually didn't really like this book very much. This was up for the Women's Prize, I believe, in 2018. But this cover is really stunning. It's gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And then also, I love this cover of A.S. Byatt's The Children's Book, which is another book that I didn't totally love. It was okay. My favorite book by her is Possession, but this cover is really stunning, especially for a paperback. It's just really, really gorgeous. I don't think it has front tops. No, it's just a regular paperback, but isn't that gorgeous? And it has pretty, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So next is best typography. So I think, yeah, the animators definitely goes for that. But also, um, I think that the typography on these books, the Robin Hobb Realm of the Elderlings, is just really, really fantastic. Just so well done. All the books have this, and this is the Harper Voyager is the publisher of these, and all the books have this beautiful sort of calligraphy typography on the covers, and then also on the spines, which I think is gorgeous. And then I think also inside, I think it's also, no, no, it's not. Okay. Anyway, yeah, just really, really lovely. Another one that I really love is, where did it go? Oh, here it is. I really love the typography here on this. This is Anton Chekhov's 40 Stories. I just like the simplicity of it, sort of. I guess it would be, I guess it's got kind of a Art Nouveau type of feel. Art Deco? No, maybe Art Deco type of feel. Yeah. But I just think that that is a really cool typography. And then I think that the typography on this is also quite lovely. On the signature of all things here, Elizabeth Gilbert. It's just kind of, I don't know, very, very delicate, lovely. Okay. Oh, typography. Best simple cover is the next category. And I'm looking around at my stacks of books and thinking where, okay, here it is. All right. Simple book. Okay, best simple cover. This blue is probably my favorite color, blue. And these are the Fitzcarraldo. This is a Fitzcarraldo edition. These editions are just so lovely. I think this is just so well done. I love the simple cover. I love just how it has the title and the author's name, has a little bit of embossing here, and then it says Fitzcarraldo edition. Simple spine, and just the description on the back. It has it doesn't have deckled edges. I wish it did, but it has, you know, kind of like French flap type of design. So really nice stock paper, but that's really lovely. And then I have these little books. I have two of these that I got in a very strange book haul. Somebody gave them to me, but not like as a gift. They just kind of dumped them on me. But these are these little editions of classic books, and this is Orlando. I also have one for Tender is the Night, but they have very simple little designs on them, very simple covers, really nice paper. And then on the inside, they have very pretty end papers. And then I'm covering like, I don't know how many birds with one stone, you'll see. They have this quite lovely embossing on the fabric hardcover. It's a fabric hardcover. This is just really, really very pretty. Little spine there. Very nice. So those are my simple covers. Not quite so simple, but very, very just simple and tasteful though, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Best end pages. Okay. This one's kind of wacky. This one's a little bonkers. So this book, I think most of you probably won't know who this is, but this book is Me and Mr. Cigar. It's kind of a young adult novel. But Gibby Haynes was the founding member of a band, a post-punk band from San Antonio, Texas. They were a very influential band behind the scenes, and then they did have a big hit in the 90s. But the music they had in the 90s was nothing like the music that they had in the 80s. That was really, it was pretty trippy, pretty whacked out, and that band is the Butthole Surfers. So fast for fast forward many years. If you look them up on YouTube, they were legendary. They have quite a cult following. And you know, now Gibby Haynes is all grown up. He's a man in his 60s, and has a kid of his own, and he's out there and decided to write a book and become an author. And the book is as whacked out as one might expect from Gibby Haynes. So, but the interesting thing is that he also is an artist. He does paint and do visual arts, and he always has. And that was the whole thing with their band, is they were really sort of an art experiment gone haywire, really. So this book is bonkers, but these are the Endpapers, and this is his artwork. This is his original artwork. So I'm a big fan of modern art. He said that Vasily Kandinsky was a big influence for him, and also Matisse. And you can really see a lot of that influence here, especially with his use of color. But yeah, so I got the book. The design is quite nice. But just because I do happen to be a fan in a weird way. They are Texas legends, and also because of these Endpapers, this is kind of just a collector's edition thing. So very cool. But yeah, a little bonkers. Okay. All right, so best map is next up on the list. I don't have a lot of books with maps, so this one was kind of tough, and I got lucky here. Even though I love maps, I really do. You can see the map behind me. That's an antique map um, that my husband gave me several years ago. And I'm really fascinated with maps. I'm fascinated with seafaring. Probably one of my favorite museums here is the Maritime Museum here in Amsterdam, which has it even has a replica of a ship like the Dutch East India Trading Company used to sail. But they have an entire room devoted to maps and globes that's just absolutely unbelievably stunning. So if you ever do come here to Amsterdam, I highly recommend going to the Maritime Museum. But I will go with this. This is the hardcover. Um, I got this for my husband for his birthday because he read Realm of the Elderlings over the past year, and he fell really in love with it. And I found out there were hardcover editions of the first trilogy, which is the Farseer trilogy. And this is the book. And you can see it has that same beautiful font, but not quite as calligraphy, or not quite the same, but still very lovely. And the map here on the inside shows the Six Duchies, which is where the story for the first trilogy takes place, where Fitz and the Fool travel all around. So quite lovely, quite lovely. Okay, let's see. Best back cover. This one was kind of a hard one too, because people don't really pay a lot of attention to back covers, I guess. But I came up with this. So this is my this is Patti Smith's Just Kids. This is the illustrated version. It's a cloth-bound hardcover that has the text of Just Kids, and then her photographs, and then also artwork, illustrations and artwork, original artwork. This is quite lovely. But the back is a note from Robert Mapplethorpe to Patty. And I think that's quite touching. So yeah, quite lovely. Quite lovely. So there's that one. And then I do also have this book, and this cover is quite pretty, and the back is quite pretty. And this is the annotated autobiography of Laura Ingalls Wilder. It's called Pioneer Girl. And this back cover, this artwork is quite stunning on this book of the wildflowers. It's very pretty book. Okay. Okay. Whew, man. I feel like I'm just kind of blazing through this. This is the second time I've done this video, and the first time was just I was all over the place and had to go find books and was confusing myself, which is not, not unusual, but that's, that's okay. Okay. The best chapter headers. Where did it go? Oh. Oh, I skipped a no. I skipped a prompt. I'm not doing this again, so I'm just gonna go to it. Okay, best naked hardcover. Well, Just Kids is probably one of them, which I just showed you to show you the back cover. But I have two others that are best naked hardcover. This one, which is Elizabeth Strout's Oh William, which also has this lovely little illustration of New York City and little birds on a wire. I just think this is really simple and lovely. It's got a cloth heart spine there, which is very nice. And then The Library Book by Susan Orlean. Quite nice. Oh, giving you a sneak peek of another prompt there. Oh, very pretty. But this book also, I said that, which was it? Oh, best chapter headers. Best chapter headers. This book also, I think, has the best chapter headers, which is, they're like card catalog entries, which I think is really fantastic. I thought that was very clever and very well done for the book. If you don't know what a card catalog is, I don't want to talk to you. That's how we looked up books in them olden days. Okay. Yeah, okay, best spine. That's definitely one of them. Very pretty spine there. Lovely design work. I would say also then, though, but I have this one, which is just my collected poems of Emily Dickinson. And it's a very, it's a pretty traditional design, a traditional spine, but I do just think that that simple, sort of old-fashioned spine is really lovely. And the red and green with the gold lettering, just very, very beautiful. And this one also has lovely Endpapers, like the poems of Emily Dickinson. Yeah. I got that a long time ago. My dad gave that to me. Okay. All right. Best drawings. Kind of cheap. Best drawings. It's a hardcover book. It counts. This is my cartoon book by Matt Groening, The Big Book of Hell. And you definitely know if you watch the Tracy Ullman Show, or if you ever watched a little show called The Simpsons, then you would know about Life in Hell, which was his first big cartoon. I think that's the way he sort of went viral, if you will, back in the day. We didn't call it that, but that's how he got famous. And the Life in Hell cartoons used to, in Dallas, they were printed in the Dallas Observer. which was like, the alternative newspaper that had all the cool culture stuff in it. And these were his, it's like a family of rabbits. Um, Bad Mood Magazine. Entertainment for the cranky and irritable. This is just endlessly fun. Um, isn't it about time you quit your lousy job? Always good for a laugh. What the hell is this big book? I guess this could go for one of the best backs. So yeah, that's pretty fun. And then the last one is, yes, I'm looking down at the props. The last one is best cover. Best cover. And, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of really pretty covers. I mean, I've shown you some very pretty covers. Uh, but like I said, I guess I don't pay much attention to book versions or what versions of books that I buy. I really buy what's available because I want to read the book. And then maybe later I would think about generally when I do that, it's like I get it from the library or have the ebook, and then I'll go out and buy like a physical copy of the book, but maybe not even always a hardcover copy. I really have not paid that much attention. And I have some very pretty books, like this book, which I have not read yet, but I've had for a while, is a beautiful, beautiful little book. Really lovely design. It's got little butterflies. I don't know if you can see that. And this is like embossed. It's not just colored. So it has a little bit of raised effect. So that's quite lovely. But what I will say is, and I may not be the only person who answers this, but I've only seen Jess's version of this video, so I don't know. It's what's between the covers that counts. And so my favorite book cover is my favorite. It's the book covers of my favorite books. Those are the best covers to me. And so this is probably one of my favorite books of all time. It's not the best book of all time, I can say that, but it is definitely one of my favorite books of all time. And this is, besides my husband and my cats, if there was a fire, I would run to grab this book because this cover really is wonderful. And as you can see, this is the original 1992 cover because this is the original 1992 printing of the book. This is a first edition. I bought this in 1992. And the jacket is a clear, and it comes off, and then it's just hardcover there. And so that's one of my favorite book covers of all time, because when I see it, when I'm out and I see somebody else reading it, and I spot it in the wild, or I see somebody holding it up on BookTube or on Instagram, I'm always like, oh. And sometimes people are holding it up and they're not saying flattering things, but and sorry about the shine on that. That's okay. That's one of my favorite books. And that's why also this is also one of my favorite covers, because this is also one of my favorite books. And I think that the other thing is the marriage of the cover to the content, to the text, to the story, is important to me. I really like it when I can look at a book and then I have the real feel for the story. A feel for the characters. I would say that the children's book actually does that really well also, because it's very much about like the arts and crafts movement. And so this, and that sort of their connection with nature, and the colors and that kind of thing. Very, very well done. That means a lot. It means a lot. And even this, even though I didn't really like this book, the cover works here. And then let me see, where is it? I've got stacks and stacks. I think that's also why I like the Robin Hobb books so much, because it it just has the right feel for the story. And then this beautiful cover. It's one last. This wonderful novel, Landfalls by Naomi Williams, with the gorgeous illustration of the ships. And this is and I have read this, but it's been a while. In her wildly inventive debut novel, Naomi Williams reimagines the historical La Perouse expedition, a voyage of exploration that left Brest in 1785 with 2 frigates, more than 200 men, and overblown Enlightenment ideals and expectations, in a brave attempt to circumnavigate the globe for science and the glory of France. And so this is based on a true story. It's absolutely wonderful novel. I need to reread it, but this cover is really stunning and very well done. And then that leads me to the last prompt. It's a bonus prompt that Jess added. This was not in the original prompts for the video. And I think Jess said she wasn't sure where the tag originated or who originated it. So she added 2, but I'm only going to do one of the 2 that she added, and that is worst cover. And I think we all know what I'm going to talk about. Oh yeah, I'm bringing it out again. This piece of crap, this UK cover of Ann Tyler's French Braid, and I will put the American cover over here. This is the dumbest cover. It has nothing to do with the story. This is a book about a family, and the mother of the family decides that she really wants to be an artist. She wants to be a painter. And she very slowly begins to absent herself from her family. And this is the story of what happens and how she absents herself from her family, what happens to her family as she begins to disappear and sort of wholly removes herself from their lives over many, many years, and how that affects them. How did anybody come up with this for the cover design? This stupid picture. What? It just doesn't have anything to do with anything. This blonde lady just lolling in the grass with her mouth half open has nothing to do with this book. And so it's very unfortunate. The American cover, as I'll put here again, I guess, has a picture of a painting of a French braid rug, which is connected directly to the character and her painting in the story. So, yeah, that's that. You get to hear me rant about this again. Those of you who've been here before have heard me rant about this, I think, at least a couple of times. So if you're new, welcome to the lady who rants about bad covers. Okay, I'll stop now. Anyway, that's it. I am now surrounded by many piles of books that I have to go put away. And I have to tag some people. Oh, who am I going to tag? Who should I tag? I'll tag Brian at Bookish Texan. I'll tag Alex at Alex Underground. I'll tag Who else could I tag? I think everybody's been tagged just about. I'll tag Sonya. I'll make Sonya do a tag video. Sonya, an enthusiastic reader. I'll make her do another tag video. I made her do the song tag. We'll see. We'll see if she wants to do this one. If any of you don't want to do the tag, you don't have to do the tag. And so don't worry about it. If I didn't tag you and you want to do the tag and jump in on the fun, do it. Feel free. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree with my opinions. Let me know if you've read any of these. Yeah, or just let me know what you got going on. And I will see you on the weekend. And if you just came to hang out for the first time and you want to hit that subscribe button, that'd be great. If you don't want to, that was fine too. BookTube's a big place. But I would love to see you again. All right. Hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye.